I'd like to hear from you on the text line at 514-800 if you are concerned about violence and other types of aggressive situations on the Montreal Metro. My fiance takes the Metro to work. And she doesn't anymore. She stopped taking the Metro to work. She now takes a bus. She found a bus that does kind of sort of the same route. Because she kept getting more and more concerned about what she was seeing and witnessing in the Metro system. Now, special constables for the STM will soon start carrying a gel form of pepper spray to deal with violence in the metros. They say they're equipping the special constables to use it as a last resort in cases where safety is at stake. The gel-based substance is supposed to be less damaging than a regular pepper spray as it disperses less in the air and it will cause less disruption to metro services if ever used. You may know this, right? That if pepper spray is used inside the metro, often they've got to shut down service for a bit because of what it causes to the air. The gel is already being used in similar settings elsewhere in Canada. Let's find out more. François Pepin is a member of the board at Trajectoire, Quebec, and he's on the line. François, welcome to the show.
Good morning, Elias.
What are your thoughts on this move for this new tool for the STM special constables?
Well, it's a new tool that will be available to the special constables because their last resort actually is using physical strength, which you want to avoid, of course. So the pepper spray in gel will be one more tool that they will be able to avoid physical strength.
So what do we need to know? Do we have any numbers, statistics, data about what's happening in the metro system when it comes to aggressive behavior violence?
Yeah, well, there's more and more incidents in the metro, but it's the same thing on the streets. So if you have more violence on the streets of Montreal, of course, you've got more violence also in the subway. So it's an urban problem.
So do you applaud this initiative? Do you think this is good? Because some people will say that, and I hear it all the time. Some people say STM constables, they don't even like the fact that they exist, and they view them as having too much power. Well, what's your take?
Well, for the last 2 years now, since they're special constables, they have more power than they used to have. But mostly, this power is to help people in the metro. If you see something that's a violent incident, then you can report it to special constables, and they can make an intervention. Before that, I mean, they have not that much power, so they cannot do much about anything.
Now, your group, Trajectoire Quebec, represents the rights of public transit users in the province, correct?
Yes.
So do you view safety and threats of violence, that kind of thing, are you viewing it as something that is keeping people from public transit?
Well, it's kind of hard to understand what's going on since the pandemic. I mean, people are afraid of more promiscuity than before. So it's many factors, as a matter of fact, that influence people, because as you can see on the roads, there are more and more traffic than there used to be. So people are choosing to use their own cars.
Well, what do we need to know about the use of this gel form of pepper spray? What do our listeners need to know as it relates to safety and using the metro?
Yeah, well, it's a new tool, like I said, and you described it perfectly at the beginning. I mean, if you use the powder spray, then you have a service disruption, which you don't want. You want to avoid that, and but of course, the special constable will have to receive proper training to use it with a new protocol. So that way, it should be a very, very useful tool for them and for the users, transit users in general.
So this is a tool to deal with someone, for a special constable to deal with someone who may be a threat. But how do you view the safety level in the metro? How do you feel it's getting worse?
Yes, it is. I mean, the numbers that were published on this, Radio-Canada 2 or 3 days ago, I mean, it's getting worse. But like I said, it's the same thing on the streets, even in Laval, not only in Montreal. So there's more and more violence on the streets in the city in general, so including the metro.
What else would you like to see? Is there anything else you'd like to see for the safety of public transit users?
Well, they have also a very important network of cameras in the metro, so people should know that there's this network available in the metro. And also, of course, in each station, you can pull the alarm, and then you will get some help if there's an emergency.
François, is there anything that we didn't touch upon, anything that you wanted to talk about this morning that we haven't discussed yet?
Well, no, the only thing is that with the new protocol, I think they will use the pepper spray only if the person himself is in danger, or if it's a threat to other users, or to the special constables themselves. So it must be a strict protocol.
François, thanks so much for coming on this morning. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
That's François Pepin, one member of the board at Trajectoire, Quebec. The group represents public transit users.